Hello and welcome to the Enspiral External Update, July 2020. I am your host and Enspiral Catalyst, Jorian. This series is here for people who are interested, curious about Enspiral, but don't know really what happens inside Enspiral. This is not about the big ideas, but about our day-to-day communication. We have a very similar series of videos internally that unfortunately I can't post here because it has confidential information. But this is a very similar series for people who are interested in what we talk among ourselves. So let's get right to it. So what are the big themes? What are the biggest network updates that have been happening for the past month? Actually, they're the same as the last month, which is first of all, our assembly sprint is approaching. The assembly sprint is one of the most important moments in the year for us to get together and make big decisions in our network. And I can talk about the decisions that we are planning to make this time, just so you have an idea of how big they are. First of all, we are rethinking what does it mean to be a member within Enspiral. Right now, Enspiral has only two types of people involved. There's the contributors, the vast majority of people, and there are the members, people who have a little more responsibility and a little bit extra superpowers, like the power to invite people to the network. So we're rethinking those. Second is we're trying to upgrade Enspiral's onboarding process, how to get the people up to speed more quickly, more efficiently, more I don't know, happily when they join the network. And third is pods. The care pods is a technology that we've been using for a while, and we really resonate with everything that pods mean. We used to have a technology called stewardship. Actually, when I joined Inspire, I made a video about stewardship. It was my first contact with the network. But now we're trying to upgrade this technology to pods. So if anything about decentralized organization and how big groups can create care spaces is interesting to you, I would definitely recommend you give it a look. There's a lot of Inspire material on pods, including things that I'm going to talk in a minute. Anyway, so that's our biggest update that we are preparing to start this on 22nd of July. Second one is the winter retreat is happening right now, and Sparrow has two big gatherings every year. One is during the Summerfest, called Summerfest. One during the summer, called Summerfest, and another one during the winter. We are trying to shift just a little bit and start an European pulse as well. But COVID-19 thwarted our plans this far. Maybe we can still do it. I'm not sure. Let's try to figure it out. But the winter retreat is definitely happening in a couple of days. In 2 days is going to start. Okay, so what have we been writing about? What have we been talking about in this past month? Enspire was featured in this academic article for the University of Auckland. It's called The Diverse Economies of Aotearoa's Changemakers, an Affirmative Critique. Aotearoa, if you're not familiar, is a Maori name for New Zealand. And Enspire is one of the case studies they have a look here. It's super interesting, and we love to be featured, especially in an article looking towards a positive future. Okay, so the hum. Okay, the hum. The hum is Richard Bartlett's and Nati Lombardo's company, and they are on fire this month. So let me just give you all they got. First of all, they have a series of webinars about very interesting themes like collaborative decision making, the self, the ego in self-organizing, distributed care in organizations. Again, if you're interested in care pods, this is more or less where you're gravitating. And you can join the webinars. All the links I'm mentioning will be below, so don't worry about it. You can find it down there. So they have a bunch of very interesting events, and the biggest of all is a Microsolidarity Practice Program. It's a 2-week course from the 20th to the 30th of this month, and it's all about how to evolve small relationship groups like one-on-one or 3 people groups into bigger groups in a way that people still care about each other and still belong to that group. Is super interesting, very humanity intensive,
one of the best things they released in a long time. It's been super successful. So if you're interested in any of this kind of technology, I could highly recommend. And a request. They are actually looking for a sales and marketing person to help their team. This PDF that I'm showing you here, it was distributed internally, so I can't really leave you the link. So what I'm gonna do is check it out right now. Pause this video, read the comments, read everything that's written down, and I'll put a link to their website down there where you can just send them an email. So this is part 1 of the PDF. This is part 2 of the PDF. Please pause the video, give it a look. This is part 3 of the PDF. Nati and Rich are amazing people, and I'm sure working with them will be a delight for whoever gets this position. Cool, let's move on. So Ellie, oh god, woo! She released this article called Me and White Supremacy, which is destined for white readers, and it's a challenge for white readers to position themselves in the middle, in the nexus of the white supremacist system that we currently live in. So if you are white and you often get yourself thinking, oh, I'm not part of this problem. These people are doing this problem, not me. I'm part of the solution. I'm an ally to people of color. Read this article. It will challenge you to, yes, be an ally. Yes, try to change the world, but also understand, accept your position in the system that we currently live in without denying it. It is a very heavy metal article. Oh God, woo, woo, but very well written and talking, of course, about things that are more than important, that are crucial for us to evolve as a species. All right, so Business Agility Institute wrote an article all about Enspiral, and it's very cool, it's very thorough, as you can see. There's a lot of stuff here. They use very interesting examples, and they're trying to analyze Enspiral from this whole purpose in a market perspective, yes, but a sort of like how to create purpose while we create economical value. So give it a look. Very interesting. Stephen created this website / campaign called Don't Go Back to Normal, which is urging people to, well, not go back to normal, but not only that in a broad sense, but stimulating people to create new habits. We are living a very unique moment for the creation of new habits. And instead of just telling you to do it, Stephen has curated a series of tools and resources for you to change your habits in many different spheres of your life, like food and social media and decision making and banking and money. So if you want to change, if you want to seize this opportunity to become somebody else, but you don't exactly know where to go, there's a lot of food for thought here. Who do you want to be in social media? Who do you want to be when you get to work? Who do you want to be when you think about your savings? Everything can change right now, and there's a lot of links in this website that can help you reshape yourself. All right, so we have a very new contributor who joined less than a week ago, called Anna Marie, and she's gonna run her company, which is just 2 people, her and her husband. They're gonna run this really cool Design Matters workshop. We're talking about all sorts of things, website design and branding, and how to create your own voice, your own kind of expression online. And it's a free webinar. It's going to happen on the 16th of July. It's more on the European time zone, so it also works with states, not so much for New Zealand or Australia if you're around there. But yeah, it's a super generous offering. It's all for free, so especially if you're not super well versed in how design can help you, I think it's a super important thing to
check out. Of course, I am a designer by trade, so sorry if I'm a little bit biased, but I'm telling you, it's important. All right, and now let's go for a moment of Zen, and I want to share with you two images that were shared internally in our groups. We have a group called Instagram, which is an Enspiral Instagram. So this somebody took a picture of this in the Inspire Dev Academy. Basically, a bunch of pen drives. If it's too tiny, I'll just tell you. It's a bunch of pen drives and a post saying free. And a couple of minutes later, another picture came with exactly the same pen drives and post-its. And our second post-it saying, "Are you a hacker or the CIA?" I'm glad that we can still find a little bit of humor even with those very serious themes and in those really serious times. And is with this that I want to leave you today. Thanks for checking this video out. All the links will be below, and I'll see you next month. Ciao, ciao.